Okay, so one thing that happens if I'm not willing to make the transition, if you can walk 45 degrees right here so you can capture what's going on with the legs. One thing that happens if I'm not willing to make the transition is I put this foot inside, and now the foot that's holding the half guard gets stuck when I try to pull it out. You know, even squeeze the knees together and make it hard for me to escape. Right, so in order for me to successfully move the leg out of this position so that I can replace the half guard, I first have to switch the feet. Right now, this is the controlling leg. This right here, this is the controlling leg. So I have to take that out and put it down to the center. Now I step over with the outside leg, and look, I'm going to use that leg to open him up. Now he's going to be continuing to reach for my head, and I'm just going to be holding him off, right? Look what I do with my body. I move it away, I can move my hips, and every time I do, I'm shrimping a little more and elbow escaping a little more. Hips, and then the back. Hips, and then the shoulders. Hips, and then the shoulders. It's the runaway. It's the runaway we do in the warm-ups, right? Let's take a look at the runaway. The runaway is a warm-up exercise. I pretend I'm moving under a piece of plywood. I start like this, just feet, and then hips, and then shoulders, and then feet, and then hips, and then shoulders. But that's a little inefficient. So now when I want to increase the efficiency, I can go feet, and then straighten the leg, and then look, hips, and then shoulders. And now, feet, hips, shoulders. Feet, hips, shoulders. And you see every time I move, I'm getting more and more on my side, and my shoulder is going more and more under my body. So eventually I end up feet, hips, shoulders, and I'm on the top of my shoulder. And see, from here it's very easy to sit up to the elbow and then sit up to the hand. Okay? Let's look at it from this side. Feet and then hips and then shoulders, feet and hips and shoulders. That's a little inefficient, so I just straighten the leg and move the feet, then the hips, then the shoulders, feet, hips, shoulders. And every time I do, I shrink the elbow, the shoulder underneath until I'm on the top. Feet, hips, shoulders. When my arm is shrunk, it's easy for me to stretch, sit to the elbow, and sit to the hand. This is a base the whole way, right? I've got a base here, a base here, a base here, now a base in the elbow, now a base on the hand. So this is the same mechanic that I want to use to keep myself mobile when I'm playing the half guard position. If I stick myself by overlapping my outside foot, by overlapping my inside foot with my outside leg, now I can't move. I can't do the feet, hip, shoulders. Maybe I can do little hips and little shoulders, but I can only move so far, and meanwhile he's squeezing, and look, I've isolated myself. So, switch the feet. Open the leg, drop the foot inside, put the foot over, here the outside foot goes over, and then use this to disturb his base. Look, open him. Open him up just like this, slide it open. Now I can start to hips, shoulders, and every time I do, my knee comes out a little more. Now when it's stuck, I've essentially done half of an elbow escape. I just move back to this side. Same thing, look. Hips, shoulders, hips, until my foot comes out this way. Then I can straighten the leg and turn to face him, right? And there's the full guard. Okay, so let's pay attention to that principle. We're good, guys, give it a try.